Hello dears, in this video tutorial I will teach you HTML input type, range and text area. So let's start. What is range? In range input you specify your range. So range can be any range like from 1 to 100, from 1 to 75. Okay, so we will use the bar, range bar for that, and we can use it. So how do we write the range in the HTML? So in this video I will teach. So let's start. First I create a label, uh, label opening and closing tag. So I write, for example, amount of cheese, and we will relate this label with the range text input. So this we will use for, and we will use some ID. So ID will be for the range input. So input type, input, we will write the input, and type should be range. Okay, so input type is range, and then we will write the ID for this input type. So why we write ID? So ID is actually the identifier for this input. We can use anywhere in this HTML code. So for example, I write the ID cheese. You can write any ID name, and this label is for this cheese. Understand? So, and heading we have selected H2 heading. This is the text range. Text range. So we will refresh our browser. You can see text range amount of cheese. So by default it is in the center. So you can bring it to this 75, 100. Okay. So this is range. It start from minimum range and can reach to the maximum. So we now little modify this code. For example, we set its initial value will become for example 75. So 75, it will now the position will now be on the 75. So let's assume it is the 100 values, so 75 will come here. So you can see it's now on the position 75. If we talk about the number input, for example, we take label, enter a number. For example, if I write enter a number in a label, and I take input type is equal to number, for example, and I keep ID is equal to num, and this label is for is equal to num. Let us suppose what will happen. Enter a number. So you enter a number, so there is no bound, it will reach to infinity. So if I want to make it if I want to make the numbers in certain range like from 1 to 100, so what we will do, we will take its minimum value. Okay, so let's suppose I take minimum is equal to 1 and max is equal to, let us suppose, 50. So what will happen if I do that? So range become 1 to 50. So you can set the range inside a text number. So this was through the bar and this is through the text field. Now come to discuss about the text area. What is text area? Text area is the text field, but the area is a little bit bigger. So that like you can see in numerous websites that there is a comment request box, so you can type your request or you can type anything. So that is actually the text area. So let's uh, see how I create the text area. That is very simple. This is label, enter your request, for example, and remember that we will not use the input type. For that we will directly write text area. Okay, text area, and there will be the for input type we don't need the closing tag, but for text area we will use the text area closing element tag. Okay, so this is text. Okay, now so if I come to this browser and I refresh it, so you can see enter your request. So this bar is created. You can uh, write your request, but there is no specified rows and columns. So you can do it. How you can do it? One more thing that if I press here, so cursor does not come here. If I press, cursor come here. If I press, for example, press, so then cursor comes here, but here cursor does not comes. Why? Because we have not mentioned the ID of this text area in this label. So that is easy. You can do it like this. Text area, so I take rows is equal to, let us suppose I take 10 rows. So if I refresh, sorry, rows is equal to, so this is so rows is equal to 10. Okay, so this rows will be inside this opening tag. This is just for writing. You can see now. Laterally in CSS, we will then set the borders and the line spacing, etc. But we have now 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So the initial area is set for 10, but you can add more. And similarly we can set columns is equal to and 10. We also set the columns 10. So columns are 10. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Okay. And if you want to place placeholder, so you can also do it. Placeholder is equal to your requests, please. So if I refresh your request, please, so you will then put your request. So if you delete text, so placeholder will look like this. So this was all about the input type range, using bar, using text field, and then text area. So hopefully you enjoyed today's lecture. Thank you so much for watching the video. Thank you so much.